A 100-day journey spanning 30,000 kilometers.
Braving relentless storms, rain, snow, and sandstorms.
From London to India as part of a Safe Soil campaign.
Its aim is to activate the support of over 3.5 billion people
to change the world and make it a better place.
It's a great pleasure for me. These beautiful Caribbean nations are going for this first.
This memorandum of understanding that we are signing, it will also bring some technical assistance to the Caribbean region.
This is a historic moment because here is the first step to turn around.
And talking about soil, you are on a mission.
This 100-day motorcycle journey, inspiring the world.
It is not about the motorcycle, it's not about the journey, it's not about the song, it is about moving people on the planet. Make it happen, huh?
What you're doing today is really important because people like you who have a wonderful following of millions and millions of people, and what you're doing with that is so important with saving the soil.
It's an extraordinary campaign. It echoes what we in the Commonwealth have been aspiring to do for a number of years.
Nobody spoke about soil like Sadhguru does.
If we all contribute, then we have a really strong...
Reshimo Press! All of us have been part of this destruction. The only way is all of us become part of the solution also.
Thank you, Sadhguru, thank you.
Riding on to Italy. Italy is raining heavily tonight. The rain and the cold, getting my knees all worked out. Wet roads and motorcycles don't really like each other much. The most dangerous thing has been the winds. Sometimes winds were gusting around 65 knots.
Wow.
So literally my front wheel was just lifting up like it's a balloon.
The wind, the cold, the challenges are there every day for Sadhguru. It's literally death and life situation.
It must be very taxing on his body. Of course, he doesn't show so much of it, but we see him in a lot of pain.
In this cold, slippery road and winds are picking up speed, no matter what the hell, I have to keep going. You think this is a problem? Relentless commitment to what you do. That is the only solution. Over 2,000 years ago, this eternal city made the mistake of over-farming the region, and that was also the fall of the city at that time. So, the Romans of today should never make that mistake once again.
So it's like a wave of hope.
Is necessary for the future.
And we are very happy that we are aligned in our message to really high the profile of soils.
Young people getting into farming is very good. That's the future of the world. Thank you.
I think it's a message of urgency, but it's also a message of hope. So I would really like to thank Sadhguru for his leadership.
The global movement led by him addresses the soil crisis by mobilizing people around the entire world.
An MOU to be signed between Isha Foundation and 4,000 Initiative Soils for Food Security and Climate.
Sadhguru, what you are doing is really impressive.
I'm quite amazed and thrilled by it.
His mission is what we need.
Fantastic. France has been great. We should all stand up and make the most impact we can to create real change in the world.
Save the soil.
Let the
A smashing evening at the main event. And a super enthusiastic crowd committing themselves to make this happen.
It's heartwarming to see everybody come together.
Save soil, on the move. Let's make it happen. Just look up the news and see in the last 4 months, how many governments have started talking about soil because they see it's picking up momentum. But if you create 3 to 4 billion people talking about soil, that's it. That will be the main conversation in the government.
Save the Soil is a very important movement that we support as UNCCTA.
We need to do everything to protect it and prevent harm to the soil. Join Sadhguru in his movement. We are all with him.
Save soil, let's make it happen. The Education Ministry in Germany has now come into the picture officially and asked all the children to do artwork to support Save Soil movement. Good, Arjun, wonderful. Congratulations that you wrote to the Prime Minister.
Let's make it happen!
These days, the modern mothers, if children go and put their hands in the soil and come, they say, your hands are dirty. No, they're not dirty. You are touching the source of your life. Well, the road surface is not great. Morning it was below zero, there was snow flurries. These are nations with much older cars and trucks, and I see a lot more oil slicks on the road. Water, oil, motorcycle, boom, doesn't go well.
I think there is a great potential for a good collaboration, partnership with the campaign Save Soil and what we are doing as a government.
I totally agree with you. Your activity in the world will change the way of view of the policymakers.
People from Istanbul were really amazed by Sadhguru to appear, and they were just so happy to see him.
This many people, if all of you are committed, I think I don't have to go on writing like crazy. Yesterday I wrote 18 hours, can you believe this?
He's been riding through very rough terrain, rough roads, dusty construction sites.
It was a long drive and we were getting a little late for the live event at Tbilisi.
He, right at the end, maybe 5 minutes before the event, decided that he couldn't stop for a break.
In the traffic, he was just removing his jacket and gloves and throwing in the car just to make it on time.
The whole purpose of this moment is to first to bring this home, that when you walk up on the soil, you know it is the source of your life. Keeping it alive is the most important thing. Will you make it happen?
It's a gift from God for the people, for the earth, for the soil.
We must save the soil, we must plant the trees, we must replenish the forests, we must save our planet.
You and I respect your initiative and my full support of what is needed from the Palestinian side.
When it comes to agriculture, when it comes to soil, when it comes to soil ecology, our national borders mean nothing because microorganisms operate as a global system.
Well, it's very bright. I can tell you as a motorcycle driver, I also like motorcycles and it's not easy. He's devoted and this is what makes him so impressive and so… it touches people.
Dear Sadhguru, one of the world's voices and leaders on soil conservation and land.
It's extremely important. It must be a single-point agenda, incentive-based agenda. I don't want this COP15 to end as one more convention with more paper and more paper. This must end with concrete action, and action in such a way that it's implementable.
There is no word to describe what Sadhguru is doing for us.
You honor the country, you honor the people of this country, and on behalf of the head of state, it's my pleasure. I want to thank you very much. It's a great privilege. Thank you very much.
If we act as one humanity, in the next 10-15 years we can turn this around.
As for the Muslim World League, we are completely ready to help you.
Now, أحببناه كثيرا.
We have already loved you a lot.
أحببناه قبل أن نرى.
We have even loved you even before seeing you.
ولما رأينا أحببنا زيادة.
And when we saw you, we even fell in love even more.
أنقذ التربة safe soil.
Here we are just leaving Riyadh, riding into some kind of a dust storm.
It's an honor to have you here in this location, in the heart of Bahrain, in this ancient harbor.
His thoughts and philosophies goes across all cultures and religions. Whatever he says, we believe in it as Muslims, and I'm sure all the Christians who are here believe in what he says.
I think it's time for us all to rally as people behind soil and understand that it is our common ground.
930 kilometers, which means probably we'll have to ride the whole night. But already, sand, minute particles of sand is in every pore of my body.
Thank you so much for being here with us, Sadhguru, on this wonderful journey. The UAE is partnering with you on Safe Soil, such an important cause.
Safe soil is surely a cause that we can all fully endorse. My dear brother Sadhguru, I would like to thank you for including the United Arab Emirates in your inspiring journey.
Saving soil is one of the most important things on the planet right now.
I'm here to save soil.
I have joined Save the Soil movement. As a Chief Minister, I should lead from the front.
He's doing it even before I reach Karnataka.
How do we leverage the collective mind of farmers to make it a more impactful movement?
If you assemble 500,000 people in your place, our people will come there and tell them how to go about it. Our road is hot, engine is hot, the seat is getting very hot, my clothes are hot, I'm the only cool one out here. I said, Oman, one more desert I have to ride. They said, no Sadhguru, Oman looks like Kerala. If one part of your nation is green, it just takes a determined effort to stretch that green all the way up.
There are no words to describe what it means to be back in India.
It's a very proud moment to have amidst us the savior of the soil.
You are in Gujarat since 2 days. हमारा गुजरात कैसा लगा आपको?
People are cool, but the weather is hot. Will you promise me in the next 100 years' time, we'll make the weather also cool for future generations? Save soil we must for you only, okay?
While we were shooting and sitting in a car, we could see the kind of discomfort that he was going through.
Especially once he went through Rajasthan.
The heat was simply unbearable.
And the roads that he has to drive on while it's that hot, there are just bumps, sometimes there are potholes, vehicles which are going against the traffic, cattle that are just crossing the road, people that are crossing the road. People used to mob him. We can understand it's out of love, but still it's too dangerous.
क्या आपके आवाज और आशीर्वाद मेरे साथ है क्या?
As the Prime Minister has taken up the Solar Alliance, I think there's an immense opportunity. After talking to various leaders around the world, I realized India and the Prime Minister of India could take up the leadership of soil regeneration in India and the world.
सदगुरु जी ने यात्रा की, दुनिया को मिट्टी के प्रति स्नेह तो पैदा हुआ ही होगा, लेकिन भारत की मिट्टी की ताकत का भी परिचय मिला होगा।
As a capital city, you have a more important responsibility than anybody else. Will you keep it up for the next few months till these policies happen? Let's make it happen.
La 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 la
मुझे लगता है उत्तर प्रदेश की 25 करोड़ जनता इस पूरे अभियान के साथ जुड़ेगी।
मैं ये वचन देता हूं कि मिट्टी बचाओ अभियान में आपके पीछे हम कदम से कदम और कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर साथ चलेंगे।
After nearly a month in the desert lands, first taste of monsoon as we enter Maharashtra with a welcome rain. 25,406 kilometers to Nashik. Right now my motorcycle is raining that.
We drove pretty much through the night.
So that we could make it to Bombay. And that day, it rained also. His t-shirt was fully drenched. He's riding through the night. There was just no break for him. He's just constantly riding.
We are committed to this cause and I'm here to say that Maharashtra आपल्या सोबत आहे, ईशा फाउंडेशनच्या सोबत आहे आणि सेफ सॉइलच्या सोबत आहे.
recent situation, we have observed the intolerance and hate. What are the solution for this intolerance?
A lot of tension is largely on the television studios. If you walk through the streets of Pune, you won't find any tension.
As a government, we have not only signed the MOU, I promise that we will do everything under the command to save soil.
So, as I park here, it's 27,854 kilometers.
To be back here and it's cool. I thought once I land in India it's going to be better, but Gujarat was competing with Muscat. Rajasthan was competing with Saudi Arabia, but this is the first time I'm experiencing a cool breeze. In the next month and a half, at least 21 to 22 nations I'm traveling, because the next level of action needs to happen now. Somewhere between 12 to 18 months, most nations we can push them towards making some kind of soil regeneration policy. But for this, your voices should rise and stay raised, at least for next 12 months. This is your daily puja, that for 10 to 12 minutes a day, you will spread the soil message.